Waypoint project, which is finally underway down the road, is our first domino to fall. My administration will make sure that it's not the last. We will not give up on the revival of Wall Street, and we will not give up on 95-7.
Yeah!
It's time to bring our partners in organized labor back to the table so we can build these projects and those to come more effectively, on budget, and on time, putting more Norwalkers back to work. In addition to taking a hands-on approach to improving our economy and bringing jobs to Norwalk, I'll take on our community's growing crime problem. South Norwalk is known around the region for its restaurants, nightlife, and historic community atmosphere. But too often to the residents of Norwalk, it's known for rampant violence that happens almost daily. These unfortunate incidents tear away at the fabric of our community each and every time they occur. Shots are fired in our city on a regular basis, and it's time we stand up, it's time we fight back, and let all our citizens know that you should not have to live in fear to get off the bus, to walk down the street, or to drive on a particular neighborhood.
Yeah. Yeah.
But to affect an outcome, you have to affect the change. You have to affect the culture. We need to put more cops on the street and rebuild the trust in our community. Trust is established by actions, not just words. As leaders, we need to be present not only in times of emergency, but in other times of need as well. As mayor, I will walk with our police officers on the beat in an effort to have public safety officials more present out in the community. It's time that we get back to a community-based model where we realize that we're all in this together to keep our streets safer and to protect our families. And while we need to focus on and improve the relationship between our community and police, we also need to focus on giving our children and teenagers positive opportunities. That's why my administration will advocate tirelessly to bring a Boys and Girls Club of America to our city once and for all.
Yeah.
When you look at the great work being done by the Stanford Boys and Girls Club and other clubs around the country, from its leadership programs to its after-school sports for children and homework clubs, you'll start to understand why adding a Boys and Girls Club to Norwalk will have a dramatic effect in keeping our young people off the streets and out of trouble. This leads into perhaps the greatest task I will have as mayor, and one that's closest to my heart, as my wife Kelsey will attest, and that's education. Norwalk has a tremendous foundation for our schools, with dedicated teachers, staff, and administrators. As with many of Norwalk's problems, the problem comes from the top down. The superintendent search has garnered national attention from many applicants. But let's not forget, we've had 5 different superintendents under Mayor Moshe, with another one on the way. The lack of consistency is unacceptable, and I blame the mayor's lack of vision.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's time to put an end to the musical chairs in the Board of Ed, and my administration will work to bring stability to our district once and for all.
Yeah.
We need to get back to the basics, which is to get the teachers the tools they need to be successful in the classroom. That means funding education properly, implementing Common Core fully, keeping our libraries open all the time, and creating a culture where we begin to raise the bar on ourselves. We need to give our students the opportunity to succeed in the fields of tomorrow. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, also known as STEM. STEM will increase our students' ability in these changing times and is linked to the economic prosperity of Norwalk as a whole. In formative years, it's our responsibility that we create a first-class early education environment that leads to long-term student success in the classroom. It's our duty to keep our fundamental commitment to our students. And I ask you all, do you feel that we're keeping that commitment today here in Norwalk? Our teachers are our partners in this effort, and as mayor, I will not treat our teachers as budget busters, but rather the people we entrust with the future of Norwalk every single day.
Yeah.
Kelsey and I live here because we believe in Norwalk's potential. On the campaign trail, we hear that a lot. Norwalk has great potential, and it's true. However, it's also true that the same approaches to the same problems by the same people just isn't going to cut it anymore, and it's not good enough.
Yeah.
The Motion administration continues to give us Band-Aid after Band-Aid, tax hike after tax hike, and yet we still have no plan for our future prosperity. My friends, the old ways of doing business are close to changing, and that's the opportunity that we have in this election. In this election, we can put an advocate in the mayor's office, an advocate to demand Norwalk's future now. On behalf of East Norwalk, Rowayton, South Norwalk, Broad River, West Norwalk, Cranberry, Silvermine, Village Creek, on behalf of this city that we all call home. Whether you're a working class or upper class, no matter your color, no matter your means, and certainly no matter your age, this campaign is about us.
Yeah.
So we need you to sign up to volunteer. We need you to contribute your money. We need you to stand up with us and spread the word that Norwalk's ready to move on. We're ready to move on to being the city that we know we can be. My name is Vinny Mangiacopra, and I'm actively seeking the Democratic nomination to be your next mayor this fall. And with your help, we cannot be beat. Thank you all very much for being here today. Thank you.